Hey all, and welcome back to the HFC playthrough of Pokemon Legends Arceus. As you can see, our crew has grown quite a bit since we started this little isekai adventure of ours. And I was going to, start off in the wild, you know, go find a Geodude or something, but I kind of want to explore the town a little bit, maybe pick up some side quests before we do anything here.
That's fair. I mean, there are quite a few about, and the one that you're running towards right now is one of the, I think, more infamous of the collection. If you just turn to your left...
Turn to my left.
Keep turning to your left, go out that gate there. It's that little icon just ahead of you.
Ah, okay. I was thinking it was at the fields, was the thing.
No. So... this is one that I think has driven more than a few people a little bit crazy, myself included. Because what Dorian wants is he wants a big Buweasel. And unless you were able to find an alpha Buweasel, which that they are about, you're basically just catching Buweasels until you find something that is bigger than 2 foot 8 inches. And my god, it's ridiculous.
Where's my Pokemon at? Let's have a look. Do I already have one?
We can see. You do have 2 that are big of their breed, but that one's not quite big enough. You'll need to go to... Actually, if you speak to him, you'll be able to check your other Buweasel that you've got to see whether it's big enough.
Huh, I have another one here.
And that one's definitely not.
No, that one's a manlet, god.
When will they learn?
Neither of those will quite be big enough for what he's after, so you're going to have to go and catch more. And it can take a lot of catching Buweasel to find one that is big enough.
That's fine, I got nothing but Pokeballs on hand right now.
So that one has been a thorn in many people's sides, that particular request. The other one that I think has been the worst for people, because the Pokemon itself was glitched, was to bloom or not to bloom, which you are just picking up now, actually.
It's a good job I updated before talking to this guy, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically what was the issue is that when you go and battle Cherim in the wild, I think it was if it went into its sunshine form, it became impossible to catch. So you could only catch it when it was in its sort of bud form, but also catch rate on that thing is ridiculously low, or at least it feels like it is. So Cherim was just becoming impossible to catch, and it's a very early mission you pick up. So it was kind of just going, I hate you. So yeah, but the other patches seem to all be quite nice as well. So they fixed an issue where the screen could freeze after trying to pick up a lost satchel by throwing a ball at a ball that contains a Pokemon. They've also fixed an issue where a certain event would not occur during a particular mission, which prevented the scenario from proceeding as intended. And they also fixed an issue where players could obtain certain Pokemon twice instead of once only as intended, prohibiting the player from obtaining other certain Pokemon.
Right.
The relevant Pokemon will appear for players who are unable to catch those certain Pokemon due to those issues. So, nice fixes, all important, and that's good.
Do I have any logs of wood on me right now? I don't think I do, just at glance.
They spawn in very specific places.
Alright, I guess we're gonna head out and go catch us some Geodudes and whatnot. Come on, oh Arceus, give me the shiny rolls, please. Oh, please. Seeing everyone with shinies on Twitter, like, oh, it was so easy. Ugh.
The thing with the shiny rolls is because it's on the overworld and you're encountering far more Pokemon than you usually would in a Pokemon game, just probability-wise, you're more likely to just have one spawn somewhere near you.
Yes.
Because like that's kind of been a thing since Let's Go. Because I did get my first non-Gyarados shiny in Let's Go Pikachu. I got a shiny Zubat, and then a little while later, playing Sapphire, I got a shiny Golbat. So it seems like I'm gonna be condemned to only ever get shinies from that one line.
Oh, alas. Personally, I'd like a shiny that isn't just given to me as part of the story, you know.
Yeah, well, just go away and see what you get.
I'm just saying is all.
Yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed for you, Tom, that this game is the game where you will find one.
Dodd.
Unfortunately, that is not the one. Although, I mean, that would have been hilarious if that had actually ended up being a shiny.
Yeah, because that would actually be a good Pokemon too, because Staraptor's great.
My aim is not with me today.
No.
Sorry, it's the start of a new recording session. I'll get it eventually.
I thought you were specifically trying to just annoy that Geodude, honestly.
Have you seen that TAS where Spider-Man runs up the building and is just like ass first into the camera when the title for the chapter pops up?
I haven't, but that sounds amazing.
It is. It is. So how will we know exactly when Eevee's friendship is at peak?
It'll come up with the ready to evolve thing, like in the party menu. So then which one it'll evolve into from that depends on whether it's day or night in game and whether it knows a fairy move or not.
Damn you!
So Starlies you got to be stealthy with.
Like that.
Yes. Yes. Good.
Also, if you want the terror of an alpha Pokemon, go down the cliff in behind you.
No, I think I'm going to go this way. I've learned my lesson, alright?
I doubt that somehow. We'll see when more alphas show up.
I mean, I get he's made of rock, but he didn't react at all. You son of a bitch. I keep that fang on me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there we go. Good stuff.
And I believe that sending the Eevee out to smash rocks and get items does increase its friendship from what I've heard. So it might be worthwhile doing that as you go along, just keeping him as the designated item Pokemon.
I could hope.
How many rocks do you need?
Many.
I mean, technically, if you wanted to complete the Pokédex, I think it's like 20.
I love Geodude. He just floats about, says dude, doesn't give a shit.
And he's a lot more usable now he's not a trade evolution.
God. Yes, I love Golem.
Golem's great.
He's cool. He maybe mismatches a little bit in the line, given he looks so different to Graveler in shape, but I actually kind of like that about him too.
I can see a Studler in the distance.
I saw it as well, my good sir, and we'll get to it in a second, but first, a bit of Kadabra action.
He did not stand a chance.
He didn't. Didn't see it coming, so he didn't. Alright, get my Pokeballs out. Get me stealth action on.
Now, this is something that I don't know whether it is still a thing that is possible, but apparently, if you walk up an incline while in throw mode with an item, you can get up really steep, slippery inclines.
That you can sort of just bullshit your way up ramps that you're not meant to be up yet. That becomes a lot easier when you get the first ride Pokemon though, because then you can do all kinds of skips and cool shit. Stantler Bro's eating good.
Oh, we are, mate. Still a big fan of Weird Deer. That hasn't changed since we last recorded.
Yeah, no, Weird is great. So some of the evolutions that they have added, not necessarily the most amazing.
Sneeze lot.
Yeah, but Weird Ear is definitely one of the best of the designs that they added, and I would say the noble Pokemon that we are heading towards is also a pretty damn good design.
Now, one thing that I have noticed a bit of a trend with the new evolutions is some of them have the most bullshit you need to know this ahead of time evolution methods out there. Like, for example, Stantler, if you want to evolve that into Weird Ear, it needs to use the attack Psyshield Bash in Agile style 20 times.
Huh.
There's a lot like that. They've all got some sort of, like, bullshit, you just need to know what's happening evolution. And, like, to be fair, some of that is cool. Like, I like the one with the Yamar skin, Song Shield, stuff like that's cool. But that is the extent of you need to look this up ahead of time. Like, I remember seeing a few people saying, like, don't spoil the evolutions for me, I want to figure it out for myself. And I'm just thinking, like, you're not going to. You are not going to figure out what to do here.
Yeah, I mean, with Ursaring into its evolution, you need to use an item when it's a full moon.
Yes, and I believe that is something that you do just need to look around to see whether it's a full moon. I don't think there's any like in-game indicators, so it's not the sort of thing that you would think that, yes, this is a mechanic I need to watch out for.
Yeah, and I don't think you can actually find the item until it is also a full moon, so that's a whole thing in and of itself.
Yes. I'm just getting my fill of capturing wilds right now.
That's fair. Another fun evolution thing is getting Basculegion. You need to gain a total of 294 damage in recoil from your moves without fainting.
This is the sort of shit that, like, back in 2004, if you were posted on Super Cheats, you would make that up to fuck with someone.
Exactly. That is something that the Nintendo official magazine would post as a bogus bonus.
Like an April Fool's thing or some shit, yeah.
Well, they had a thing there. I forget whether this was when it was called Nintendo official magazine, or who the fuck?
Yeah, they know hypnosis.
Well, whatever.
The Stantler are pissed you've been capturing their brethren.
I am also pissed!
I remember the Nintendo official magazine being a lot of fun for a while when, like, during the GameCube era. It rebranded, I think, slightly into the Wii era, or maybe in the lead up, and then it was like official Nintendo magazine, and the entire tone of it changed quite a lot there.
Well, it became like corporate and whatnot.
Yeah, like not immediately. There was like a sort of transitional period where they were trying, because they probably realised that they're the successor to a popular magazine, and they sort of played it by ear for a while. But I don't know, it's like just the entire tone, like NOM when it was like that. They sort of had this very tongue-in-cheek sort of taking the piss a lot of the time sort of tone to them, whereas the ONM one, it kept that for a while, but it sort of faded away over time.
This discussion is making me very nostalgic, by the way.
That's one of the things that is a piece of history, gaming magazines, isn't it? Because I did notice this toward the tail end of ONM being a thing. It's like, it's cool that there is this magazine, and they, you know, it's still kind of a love letter to the series they're covering and whatnot, but any publishing news stuff in a magazine became completely redundant. Because it's like they themselves would have to break stories on their website before the magazine went to print, just so they weren't completely out of the loop. So by that time, it's like the magazine is losing its purpose.
Yeah, the internet has basically killed that type of gaming journalism.
Print media.
Which sucks. Yeah. Which sucks, because they were great and they were a lot of fun. But, you know, times change.
In fairness, it being internet-driven gives me one less thing to hold, because I have sort of I have the copy of the Dreamcast magazine when they were previewing Sonic Adventure 2, and that I felt at the time I should probably keep this one, and I still have it, and I'm glad I do, because it's like a bit of a memory from my favourite game of all time that a lot of people probably don't still have to hand. And I have a problem.
Our boy does love SA2, so he does.
Yeah, well, it's the best game ever made, and if you find problems with it, you're just wrong. Just saying.
Yeah, biased. Probably fascist a little bit as well.
How is that fascist?
It's a joke, Flame. Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell, given you do like a fascist cartoon.
Haha, not taking the bait, you cunt. No. Oh, what? He actually moved out of the way for that. Do you see that?
Yeah, just sort of dodged around a little bit. And it seems like there's a sort of tree problem with your battle there.
It's okay. That's just perspective fucking here with you. Booyah, baby. So yeah, I went had a chat with Zizu, got a couple of new moves. I got Ice Fang to replace Bite for Luxio over here, because we already had...
Luxray, but yes.
Whatever, we already had Crunch, so kind of superfluous. And I think I gave Aerial Ace to Beautifly.
Now, I do want to mention the Grit Dust items that you just picked up a little bit ago. They are how you boost your... Basically, what's the equivalent to EVs in this game. You can just level up individual elements of your Pokemon, like their attack, defense, all that sort of stuff. So that's just a way that you have a lot more control over that than you ever did in the mainline games, which is nice. And it's the kind of thing that I can see over time making its way into the main series, because I feel like when it comes to the competitive side of Pokemon, there's been a bit of a push for making that more convenient in recent years. Which does make sense, given, like, if you're trying to raise a competitive team, up until this point, it's been so much of a grind that there's a reason why a lot of people just inject. And, like, I love those threads I see where people are getting mad over people injecting it. It's like, everyone's doing it, even the people who you probably didn't realise are doing it. Everyone's doing it, because otherwise, it's like when they want a Pokemon that has a very specific move that he could only learn from an event giveaway like 10 years ago.
Yep.
Like the people using it in competitive, a lot of them ain't gonna be legit. So yeah, just make it easier for people to put together the Pokemon teams they want, and then they can focus on the actual strategy being the challenge there. That makes a lot more sense.
Oh, definitely. I think also it's just one of those quality of life features for that crowd, because hey, they do a lot of competitive Pokemon tournaments these days, and just you make it easier for people to get into that, and you're more likely to get more people wanting to get involved.
I will be upfront and say I don't understand the first thing about competitive, so I'm not going to try and talk about it in too much, but I do enjoy the just general feel that community brings with it. There's a lot of excitement about that, and I know that whenever they do the streams of like the battles, the official streams, that they usually do the VGC and the TCG competitive side around the same sort of time, and that's always fun to watch. Even if the current TCG meta is kinda fucked, but that's its own problem, which just seems to be getting worse.
Whew. It was a tough one. He put up some resistance there.
He did indeed.
Hell yeah, baby.
Also, Combi!
Where?
In the distance, to your right.
I think he might... Oh, there they are, yeah. I thought he might have despawned, because like the draw distance, it normally gives you enough of a hint where the Pokemon are, but sometimes they can just sort of dip out.
Yeah.
Alright, well, since we're here.
Oh, there's also a Dustox over there.
Yo. Bug fans eating well today.
Come on, be a male one so it's completely useless.
Well, actually, it's not going to... Well, it might be completely useless. I'm trying to remember the locations. Basically, there is a request which requires you to catch a Combi from 3 different locations.
Uh-huh.
I know where 2 of them are, but I can't remember where the other one is. I don't know whether it is just a... anyone around the Obsidian Fields or not. But still.
So basically, male Combis has gone from being completely useless to being useful to tick a box and then completely useless. Got it. You might want to craft some more Pokeballs, Christ.
It's fine. I have plenty of tumblestones and other things.
Yeah, but I get nervous when I see that number go low.
Whatever. Oh, he mad. He very mad.
He's fuming.
Fucking pissed, so he is. He thought he was going to evolve into Beautifly. Even he's confused about how that line works.
But it means he got poison coverage, so he's like silver linings and all that.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, there's a thing in that tree. Okay, let's get some healing going here.
Might be an idea, yeah.
Very good, very good. Alright, I'll do some crafting since Flame's all... Yeah, there we go. Need more apricorns. Well, since I'm here.
Yes, see what's going to fly out of here. It's a Burmy!
I got the Wormadam. I don't think I have this dude.
No, I don't believe you do, and you are going to want it because there is another quest. Another request that you can do, which requires you to catch all 3 types of Burmy. Basically, there's an argument about what a Burmy is, and each person thinks that the others are not referring to a Burmy, that it's some sort of imposter. Obviously, they're all referring to Burmy, it's just different types of Burmy, and obviously you need to relieve them of the notion that they know what they're talking about.
Yes. Pretty sus. One of these will be female. You son of a... It's okay, there's always more.
But none of the ones that I believe you have caught so far are female.
Son of a bitch.
If you want to sort of tell before you start throwing your Pokeballs at them, the female ones have the little red gem on the central cone beak.
Okay.
That's how you tell.
Got a bit farther afield than I initially wanted to, but we've exhausted land over here, so let's head back.
I'm not gonna go for a swim.
No, Flame.
Just checking you're paying attention is all.
Oh, you fucking want to go?
I have a Quilliver, that's not a smart idea.
Yo, look at that grass texture. Fucking freak out.
It's trying.
Yeah, that doesn't know what it wants to do, does it?
Oh, that flame wheel animation is so good.
But yeah, it's the flickering that's the sort of giveaway with the graphics that it's not all there. Like a lot of the stuff like draw distance and that, you kind of expect it from an open world game on Switch. But it's when you're just sort of on the threshold of where something's meant to spawn, that's when it starts sort of showing its problems. And there's also some weird upscaling quirks that I've noticed. Like, from what I can tell, like it's using a dynamic resolution, which you would expect.
Yes.
That's just a smart way of doing that. But it seems like the upscaling algorithm they're using is nearest neighbour, which, given it's going from a 1080p image to a 900p image, it's not quite divisible. So that's why you get, like, the jaggies aren't just pure square jaggies. You get some weird shapes to them.
Yeah. So Digital Foundry actually did an episode on Legend Arceus the other day.
I did see that, yeah. That didn't go completely into how it works, but they did sort of talk through the general principles on how it's working.
Yeah, so there's a few things that could have been ironed out. So key things being the sort of slight frame dips and frame pacing issues that occur when like you move from a busy ground area to a skybox. Sometimes I think like when you throw out your Pokemon to go into a battle, there's dips there. There's just little niggles like that, and obviously in terms of the pop in and stuff there are examples of similar games that don't have quite the same level of issue, which is obviously it's unfortunate, but I think for most people, it's just like, well, the game does the job fine.
Yeah, I feel like Pokemon's in this situation where their priorities are slightly different, and by that I mean that when it's stuff like Sword and Shield looking underwhelming and that kind of feels like it was a rush job, whereas with this game I feel like there's so much attention has had to be given to other technical elements like the Pokemon behaviours, given there's so many of them, and so many of them have what seem to be completely unique ways of acting and things like that that would take up a bigger chunk of development time.
Yeah.
That's not to completely excuse the tech issues, because there, like, a lot of it does still come down to the fact that the Pokemon company could absolutely afford to give this like a full meaty like 4-year dev cycle and let them iron out everything, but they won't.
Yeah.
And that in itself is a problem. But like, for the actual development team in themselves, I feel like they've made the best that they could of that situation, and like that's something I will always respect.
Oh, without a doubt. And also that poor Heracross killing itself.
I guess he just didn't want to be part of the team, what can I say?
Well, it was a nice meaty chunk of experience, so it works out either way.
And something, well, Eevee can evolve.
Oh, nice.
Let's have a look here, shall we?
So that will be Umbreon, I would have thought.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Let's see. God, this is so fucking metal, but...
Oh, no, it is Sylveon because we have a fairy move. Fair enough.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go. Sylveon is actually fantastic fairy coverage, so he might end up being a mainstay on the team.
Fair enough.
So, do you want to see what move he just got?
Yeah, let's check his summary and whatnot. How do I check moves? Oh, R, there we go.
Well, if you go back to the menu, there's a separate little option for check moves, and that shows you everything that it knows. There you go.
Change moves. Sorry, I'm still getting used to stuff and whatnot. Let's get rid of...
Get rid of Tackle.
Yeah, sure.
I think just X to confirm it, yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
So I've actually come to find, and I'm not sure whether I'm missing something here, but on the whole it feels like Fairy is ultimately just a more useful Psychic. Like, a lot of the same things are weak to it, while also having strength over Dark types as well. Its own weaknesses, Poison and Steel, aren't really that common, and when they do show up, they don't usually have that heavy hitting moves either. Like, particularly Poison.
Oh, yeah. Poison's really not got any great attack moves, really.
Which is a shame, because there are some legit cool Poison-type Pokemon. I love Crobat, I love Nidoking and Nidoqueen, but it's like, they're all ones that I end up using primarily for their other types. Like, when I think of Nidoking, he's my Earthquake lad. When I think of Crobat, he's my Fly lad, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to buy some more supplies, get healed up and whatnot.
Might be an idea to get healed up, yeah, because given everyone is fucking dead.
Until morning.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is something that is quite helpful if you are trying to do specific timed things, is that you can choose which time of day you rest until. And obviously you can be quite nuanced in that.
It's another thing that they sort of clearly realised that everyone was just gaming the system anyway, so they might as well make it a feature.
Yeah.
Whenever I've been playing Pokemon games over the last few years, if I want a specific nighttime element or daytime element or whatever, I don't do that. I fuck with a 3DS clock. Even like in Black and White, I remember that they had the thing where it's like if you've altered the clock recently, then it sort of tries to disable that. There's a way around that as well. Like, if it needs to be a certain day, if you set it the day before but at 11:59 and let it roll over in game, then it still counts.
Right, let me buy some stuff here.
Yeah, refresh your stock.
Yes. Get all the Pokeballs.
Yes.
Yeah, given we tend to be just catching whatever we run into, you run as many of them as possible.
Fuck it, let's go mad.
I mean, there is no reason to not go mad with getting Pokeballs because you're always going to need them. Everything else, you can sort of find a way of getting around without them, but you want those Pokeballs.
Yeah, and also, if you're worried about your money, like, catching Pokemon and then reporting to the professor gives you money anyway, so you can kind of cover yourself there too.
Neat.
Well, just made it.
Hello?
Oh yes, there's a Starovia. I had a moment with the AI going, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I can't remember whether that is actually what it is.
I am well prepared for this area, don't you worry.
Oh yes.
Unless you're HellfireComms, in which case, SpaghettiOs. Oh, I don't have any room for these apricorns anymore.
You might want to toss something just to get that. What I've made a habit of doing myself is when I go to craft stuff like the Pokeballs or whatever, I normally make one less than the maximum, because then it just keeps the items there and I don't have to worry about rotating stuff.
Oh shit, a Parasect.
And that is an Alpha Parasect.
That is one sequence of words I never thought I would hear before this game.
They fixed his colours, he looks so good.
Yeah, but he's still a Parasect. He still has 2 4 times weaknesses.
Whatever. He had a fun episode, I don't give a shit.
It's the same as a Bomber Snow. Of just like, you would be so cool, apart from the fact that like you are literally trash.
I've been making good use of a Bomber Snow. He helped me out against Cynthia in Shining Pearl. And that is a thing of her ace Garchomp having double weakness to fucking ice types, which
Yes.
a little bit of an oversight on her part. And like, I feel like they had to buff her movesets and that a lot, given that her team, just the type-wise, is a lot weaker than it was. Like, her gimmick to start with used to be the Spiritomb that had no weakness, but now obviously Fair is a thing, so you can one-shot that no problem.
Yeah.
But then she does do some cool shit in the remakes now. Like, I think they sort of clocked on to the fact that the Milotic for a lot of people was a bit of a stall because it's like a tank that's also fast. So they kind of realised that people would usually try and paralyse it off the bat. So they gave it a fire orb, so it automatically burns itself, so it can't be paralysed, which is actually kind of genius.
Yeah, that's clever.
Alright, let's see if we can do this.
Yeah, the Paras are actually awkward more so than you would expect in this game, because like when I see a Paras, I kind of think that's a Shitmon, but they can be quite aggressive if you get into battle with them.
Oh, it can be stupidly aggressive. It's ridiculous.
I've heard a number of things about Paris on the TL, don't you worry.
Gotta make sure to threaten it with a fire type or a flying type, and it will be fucked still though. Your aim's not doing too well today, is it?
Nope. Luckily, it's not the smartest of Pokemon.
No, it could still wreck your shit, though, if you were not careful.
You might want to try and stealth yourself over to that other patch of grass so you got a better shot.
Or I can just do this.
I don't know if he actually gives a shit.
Yeah, he might not be a fan of orange berries. You could try a cherry berry.
That do anything for you?
Oh no. Oh, no, he does like a cherry berry.
In your own time.
Those eyes are just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's given the sort of distance it is at now, it's sort of like the goggly eyes sort of thing going on.
Yeah, I look at him and all I can think of is Croc.
You're not wrong, Christ. You might have to paralyse him and give it a proper try, yeah.
Ah, this one is much lower on the level totem pole.
Yeah, you might actually stand a chance here.
Probably will. Although there's still things like that where you're just like, I'm sorry, Leech Life did how much? That's probably one of the things that don't necessarily, I'm sure that I'm not so keen on, is that certain moves that I'm so used to being like weak as anything, even on Pokemon where it's like super effective, are suddenly like ultra powerful attacks that I'm kind of just like, I'm sorry, you what? And it's just it's a little bit frustrating because just like that shouldn't do that much damage. Why are you so mean?
Get good, Rich.
I mean, yes, that usually is always the way, but I still like to moan.
You do it that. Fog.
Yeah, who else might stand a chance? Yeah, I suppose if you aerial ace it, that might do quite a bit. Again, because of the double weakness.
Oh, I don't want to kill it.
Yeah, it's like whether that will get it down enough, given it's got the double weakness, but it's also 8 levels higher, so it could kind of go either way.
It's a difficult thing to judge.
Oh!
Not that you needed it.
There we go, boys and girls, our very first Alpha Pokemon core.
Now, what a shame that the Luxray who was doing all the work didn't get to have any of that meaty experience there.
It's fine, I have revives.
He's in the lead anyway, he's fine.
I guess we could switch out Beautifly now that we have another bug type.
Yeah, that might get you, because then you've got grass coverage as well, which is probably more handy than flying at this point.
I'm trying to think of what we've got coming up.
Remember, we've got the fire type to cover like grass and bug types, which is flying strength as well.
Yep, no, I think you could be all right on that.
I didn't get the bug type that I wanted, but I got a bug type in general, so fairly happy with it.
It will do the job until something better comes along, yeah.
And to be fair, you need to get all of them at some point anyway, so...
That's what God said, so...
Exactly. And if God tells you to do something, you do it, even if it sounds completely ridiculous.
Yes, I will kill my only son. That's smart.
JK, fooled you. We haven't done anything for like 40 minutes.
Well, it's the kind of game where that doesn't matter, because like, yeah, we haven't made any progress at all, but we've been having fun.
It's one of those weird things of, especially when you're doing a commentary over this type of game, where you would think you would run out of things to talk about, and maybe, you know, we might hit that point at some bit further down the line. But right now, it's just nice to just hang out and just go through and chill and experience everything again. Because it is just... it's such an addictive game. I say, obviously, that there are games that are addictive and are terribly so. Because they feed on, obviously, gambling mechanics and all that jazz. And those are not good. But this is the type of addictive gameplay that is good because it's a nice, good feedback loop. It's not charging you any extra money to do what you're doing, and you just it's just you constantly have more and more fun doing everything. So it just feels nice to play, and it just makes you want to play more. So you play more, and that's just awesome.
Benefits from the fact that although, like, yeah, we haven't made story progress, there is still progress in a sense in the fact that we're filling out the Pokédex, we're seeing numbers go up, our Pokemon are leveling up. It's like everything we're doing, although, yeah, it's very minor things, you know, at the very least, even the most redundant of tasks gives you that, like, you still get to see a number go up with your experience. And even when you're just finding new Pokemon and stuff like that, it's like you're always doing something. It's never like a wandering around not knowing what to do sort of kind of repetitive gameplay or anything. So that's why it works for me.
Definitely.
And Tom, do you still have those Stardust? Because now might be the good time to sell them.
Yes.
Okay, just gonna leave him there.
It's fine, he will just watch over everyone in the camp. Please don't be scared.
I was actually trying to find a way to sell my Stardusts and whatnot, but I guess I had to... Here we go, there you go.
Yes, it's ZR when talking to the shops rather than ZL. Also, you have 2 experience candies. So you could use those to get some extra levels on some of your Pokemon.
Why the hell not? These were a big thing in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
They kind of broke the game toward the end as well, but that's because they gave you so many of them. Like, you got more candies from trading in your dupes to Oak, and so it's like, when the game sort of encourages you to get chains of Pokemon, and then you go and give them all to Oak, and you just get hundreds of the fucking candies, it's like, yeah, you can level up anything you want.
Yeah.
I think Sword and Shield sort of balanced that out a little bit better in that they were things you got from doing the raid battles, and maybe that's just me because I really didn't like the raid battles, so it felt like I was actually having to do something for them, but you know.
Bah, bah.
It's so janked the way he sort of slides off the edge.
I'm wise to your jumping antics, Rock. Can't believe this shit.
You woke me up for this.
This is all part of a quota. Okay, fine. Just saying. Quotas to meet, Pokemon to take down.
Random birds to electrocute. I swear this is healthy.
Smarty is pretty good right now. I was a bit worried with fuck. I was a bit worried with Quilava dying a few times in the first sesh, but now that we're rolling with it, so to speak, doing pretty good.
He'll get better over time, and getting extra coverage when he evolves will also help that as well. Like the Typhlosion in this is actually really useful, which kind of redeems him a little bit for me, because he was one of the Pokemon when the leaks came out. I was like, he just looks like a stoner, and that's not doing anything for me.
Yes, but once again, that is very much the case of the render versus how it actually is for the most part in-game, because in-game, he looks really cool. Outside of his flames, it's just he does just look like a stoner, which is hilarious.
The design still doesn't do anything for me, but the added ghost coverage sort of redeems him a lot. Like, I can be sold on a Pokemon if I use him on a team and he's useful. Like, I got a similar sort of thing with the Alolan Dog Trio. I used that on one of my teams, and he came in handy a lot. And I kind of got over the fact that he looks like a Pokemon portrayal of the band Hanson.
When I played, I can't remember if it was Sun and Moon or Sun and Ultra Moon, but I definitely made sure that I got an Alolan Dug Trio, and I'm pretty sure I called it Hanson.
Nice.
Like, what made me realise that was I did see someone had nicknamed theirs and Bop, and it's like, yeah, I see what you're going for.
Also, yes, that is an Alpha Beaverall.
I can use Rock Climb like you've never seen Rock Climb before.
This thing gave me some grief when I first encountered it, but I was a lot lower level than you are.
Really? I feel kind of bad bullying it right now.
You are doing phenomenally well in terms of your levels and your type coverage. I was nowhere near that because I sort of beelined a little bit faster.
Fair enough, mate.
Towards the first goal. I think I was just like, I want to get this first noble Pokemon done, and then maybe explore a little bit more after that.
I told myself, like, when we were planning this, just have fun with it. Don't really rush your way to the end, because I think that's what people kind of want out of a Legends playthrough, as it were. Why did I do that?
Now he's double paralysed, it's fine.
Oh no, now it will never walk again.
You might be able to get some chip damage with Ice Fang if this don't catch. Yeah, because the alpha Pokemon, their catch rates seem to be quite a bit lower, so you do have to get a bit creative with this. Did you really get beaten up by a barrel, Tom?
I sure did.
Let this lad add his battle debut.
What does Spore do again?
It paralyzes. Oh no, makes you drowsy. I don't know whether it'll double up or not. Yeah, so it replaces it. It's basically the same deal.
Interesting.
Oh, that should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one.
The biggest way to catch alphas is when they're asleep, I found.
It can definitely help.
I think sleep has the best modifier in the main games for like the catch rate, so I assume that carries over here. I know they've reworked the entire thing, but I would imagine that if they've got basically an XP for the sleep mechanic, it would probably work the same.
Ah, poor Luxray. Well, it's not like I'm lacking revives.
Your death wasn't in vain. We got a barrel for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that with the way that Legends Arceus works, you kind of have to go in expecting that your Pokemon will faint. I guess that's why they make revives available so early in the game. Why they're generally so easy to get, because you are going to die. That is an inevitability, so you might as well just pick it up and go on with it.
Are you saying that this is the Dark Souls of Pokemon?
Oh, of course.
That's not what he's saying. Don't get it twisted.
I'm saying that. I want my ad clicks and whatnot on my article.
God, a little bit of ad revenue, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if I just act like a complete hack, everyone will share it because they're mad. It works.
Oh, shush. Just getting a bit of a pittance of EXP because Luxray missed out here. We haven't named any of our Pokemon. Maybe we should do that soon.
It's fine. I don't tend to use nicknames that much these days, to be fair.
And we are kind of like swapping out our team a lot, so it's kind of what you mentioned in a previous part, Flame. It is a bit harder to get attached to like a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because in context, they are basically tools more so than friends in this game, as fucked up as that sounds.
Oh.
I think the only one that really you are probably going to keep with you the entire time is your starter. But even then, there's not the same kind of draw to them as there is in all the other titles.
And also, like, having the alphas around, it speeds up the process as well. It's like if you've got a Pokemon that's, say, level 20, but then you catch a Pokemon of the same type that's maybe level 35, then it's like, just switching it out's a lot more time effective than just grinding up your existing Pokemon, so you're less likely to get attached to it in that way too.
What do I need here, exactly?
You could probably get rid of the bugwort, the purple flower thing.
Yeah, get rid of that. Discard.
Yeah, the thing with like a lot of the berries and that is that there's so many of them around. If you need to toss them, you can easily find replacement ones later down the line if you need them.
Well, full disclosure, Heavy Ball is actually one of my favourite Pokeballs, just in terms of design and whatnot.
Now go.
Sigh.
Yep, we have some Psyducks. We also, in this area, have some Beneries.
Hope the twitching grass doesn't give me away.
And also, nearby, in this vicinity, there are some Scythers.
Ooh.
To be expected, considering who the boss of this region is.
Very cool. Let's fucking go, lad. It's okay, he's not actually psychic. We tag those.
It's a special move, so Kadabra does actually stand a chance of tanking that. If it's a physical move, then he's dead no matter what. Because like, that's the one thing that I remember about the Alakazam line in general, is that, yeah, they're kind of fucking beasts with their special attack and they can wipe you there. But one physical move, they're fucking dead. They have shit defense.
Enough of this. Hypnosis but strong.
You will stop smoking, Psyduck. Oh wait, wrong hypnosis.
Stop pressing the wrong buttons, Tom. You're having one of your days today. He was like, what? You throwing what at me?
I don't think Slowpoke's in this game, which is a shame because I would love to see the kind of interactions they give him in the overworld.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
You hear the music kicking in.
Oh, I love it. Booyah, baby.
So, I wonder who's in that tree.
Come on, different mermaid. Oh.
Nope, just a male Combi.
So you can safely kill it with no regrets.
Useless!
Now that I think about it, I think you might want to get a Combi from this forest.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, there's an area around here where loads of them spawn, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Oh, definitely not. It's easy enough to do.
Yeah, you're not getting that Silcoon.
It's fine, man. Don't worry about it.
Oh, pick up that mushroom.
Any particular reason behind wanting me to pick up that mushroom?
Because there is a guy who has a quest who's at the first camp in the area, and he wants to bring a mushroom.
Ah, I see. Ooh, that flute though.
Run, Dust Dogs.
Yeah. Just filling out those pages, boy. Water.
Not the most flattering water, but it does the job.
Yeah.
I guess so. Balls.
Yes, that's exactly what you threw.
Funny. I am poisoned.
Yes, you are.
How do I stop being poisoned?
You just run and pray. Basically.
That is pretty much what you gotta do, yeah. Okay, there's another going to be.
I think I got him just before that alert state is kicked in. I don't have space. Darn.
No, and if you keep going in this general direction, I do believe you'll be able to find an alpha lop bunny.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a demographic for that.
Are you enjoying your combi catching spree, Tom?
I am. It's fun. Ooh, hey. What?
Yes, there's some of the Benaries.
Well, I was guaranteed to get one no matter what, so... Ooh, iron chunk.
If you want to stock up and maybe store them away, they'll come in handy.
Well, shit.
There it is.
The apex predator.
It's something about how immersive the game is that I sometimes get scared to talk when you're doing a stealth pick. It like probably puts you in that mindset, especially when you got the eyes glowing at you.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Go over there.
Get it now. Nope, he was not having any of that.
Yeah, I've got to do it the old way.
Wild might.
Terrifying, yeah.
Will you stop double edging my fucking Pokemon, please? Jesus.
No, they want you dead, Tom, that's why.
Why do I get the feeling this one's probably going to kill itself before you can catch it?
Seems to be a running theme today. Parasect, why not?
That might be able to tank a hit.
Oh fuck. Oh, never mind, it's agile.
Yeah.
Agile Fire Punch.
Yeah, when you're double weak to fire, that's exactly what you need.
It's okay, it's sleepy now, so we've got a better chance.
Can you chip a bit more away at it?
Go Heavy Ball, which doesn't have the same restrictions to gameplay as it does in cutscene.
No. Might need to do a bit more damage.
Okay.
It didn't even notice that. It's going to do more damage to itself than you did to it.
Ah, that was all part of my ploy, good sir.
Of course it was.
Yeah, that is a fucking male Lopunny, isn't it?
God damn it. Regular or heavy ball, should I go with?
I would say regular because I don't think that the heavy balls have any extra benefit in battle.
Fair enough.
The whole point of the wing and heavy ball lines are that
Nice.
they give you bonuses depending on how they're used. So the feather, wing, whatever balls you use to sort of catch Pokemon that are flying a bit faster, a bit farther away. The heavy balls have better impact if you catch the Pokemon unawares. That's sort of how they get their bonus.
Yeah, I will say I've got much more use out of the wing balls than the heavy ones. They're just so much easier to use in general. You don't have to be as stealthy. God, that rabbit killed fucking everyone, didn't it?
It's the greatest massacre ever seen in the Pokemon world. There we go. There we go.
You might want to buff up that Breezel a bit with a candy there.
Yeah, for sure, mate.
I don't think that you will need much more buffing to deal with the boss of the area, which you are basically so close to.
Basically just got those revives back as well. Good stuff. Right, we got what we wanted to from over here, so let's head back.
Let's continue with the story.
Oh, if only.
There's plenty of other Pokemon to get distracted by along the way. It's fine.
I want to see what's up here.
Nothing is the answer. When you start seeing things that are just completely covered in fog, that is an area that you are not able to get to. That's the game telling you you can proceed no further.
There is nothing here. It's like when you go to the edge of the map in Wind Waker. Yeah, we probably shouldn't go beyond this point. Why? They haven't made anything, Link. That's my answer to you.
Although, given the games that came out just before this had a defog mechanic that encouraged you to go into foggy areas, like maybe you might get the wrong idea the first time you play it. God, defog was such a stupid fucking HM in the original games, weren't it?
Without a doubt. Worst HM ever.
Diamond and Pearl were padded, but that was like the most egregious example, I feel.
Do I have enough to make some more Pokeballs? Yes, I do. You know, now that I have heavy balls, we could possibly go after that Snorlax.
You could, but he's also quite a way away from here.
Well, I didn't mean now, I meant at a later date. Okay, we're going to go straight to that marker, not stopping unless we see something that I like.
No, you've got to be committed. Even if you see something cool, you can't run past it.
I mean, the thing is that I don't think you actually will see anything hugely cool, unless you run up on a side somewhere.
I don't know, that blue Psyduck Tom just ran past looked kind of cool. Made you look.
You're a fucking asshole. I would have cried. And you know me, I would have. Oh, hey.
It's fine, at the time we're recording this, we have a Nintendo Direct later, so you would have had something to pick you back up.
I guess.
Well, yes, but you say that, and there could be something so spectacular that appears at the Nintendo Direct that we're all sobbing like babies.
It's Wednesday the 9th right now. This part should go up the Monday after. And I'm just interested to see how it plays out, really.
Me too.
Yeah, this is one of them parts where we can't exactly talk about it because anything we say will be outdated within like an hour after we finish. I feel like we've had a few sessions like that over the last few years, and I guess it's just like Nintendo specifically fucking with us at this point.
Also, I suppose in a way it's kind of fun to look at it in the sense of us knowing that it's happening and that by the time that it comes out it will have happened, and going, wonder how close our predictions actually end up being. Usually I think we're completely off. I think the only thing that I could say with any level of certainty is that at the Nintendo Direct there will probably be a trailer or some mention of Kirby.
That's a game that I'm looking forward to, so that would be nice, yeah.
And that's only because it comes out very soon.
Tanner and I are going to cover that, so look out for that on the channel. God. No, it's not worth it.
Oh, there's a female. The one to your left, that one.
Oh, I'm panicking.
It's normal to panic around females. I get it.
Oh, because it's got the red stripe on it, right.
Little red gem.
Go to bed!
No, it's not my bedtime yet.
Sleepy boys. Alright, the Gen 1 prophecy has come true at last. Fuck!
Oh, that was just mean.
Were you fucking...
Can you stop wasting these fucking Pokeballs?
No, damn you! I wanted the cipher, alright.
Might want to get a couple given he's got 2 evolutions now.
Ah, very true. Fuck.
You might not want to do that because he is... I think he's flying type, isn't he? So he's going to be weak to that.
I can't tell at a glance which is which. That's useless. Right, just paralyze and then throw, Tom. Paralyze and then throw.
Thunder Fang.
Oh, fuck me.
There you go. I'm both going. The good thing about this compared to the double wild battles in Diamond and Pearl is that you can still throw Pokeballs before one of them dies, although now that one fucked off, so that's kind of redundant.
Damn you, Comby. I'll come back here in my own time and get you. Whatever. Still got my fucking consolation prize.
I mean, in fairness, Cypher is a much cooler Pokemon than Gove.
I'm so mad.
Totally get that. The only thing I'm going to tell you right now is you might want to have Sylveon as your primary leader as you move to the next little bit.
Oh, hey.
It's a manlet.
So, Tom, who do you think Leon is the ancestor of?
Why, I do declare it's Clay from the Unova region.
It is indeed.
Sorry, every Texan has a Foghorn Leghorn accent in my mind. I don't make the rules. You have no idea of what I've done on the way to get here, Leon. I can take this.
I have fought 100 bees.
Every single one of them cooked me out of a victory. I'm good. Let's go. Not the best lead into a battle. You know, if you said go Zapdos, I would have been a bit more intimidated.
Well, it depends whether it's normal Zapdos or awkward ostrich Zapdos, really. Like, I love that design, but it's goofy as fuck.
Oh, without a doubt.
That was easy. To be fair, I had been grinding, Richie gave me the heads up on the type advantage, and also, it's Gooby.
Yeah, it's like that line, it's a pseudo-legendary line, but it's also the base form. Arguably one of the less cool pseudo-legendaries, let's be real here.
Theme of sad manlet. Oh, hey.
Now, in the last session, we were talking about some people going that they thought that Irida was like the ancestor of May, but we couldn't figure out one for Adaman. And actually, I was looking at a video that was sort of going through who the ancestors are related to, and actually they brought up that Adaman probably is the ancestor of Professor Sycamore.
I can see that totally.
Yeah, and you look at the hair and you're just like, yes, okay, I get it. So that would mean that Irida is May.
I don't know, I feel like those two are still a lot less obvious than the other ones that are a deliberate wink and nudge.
Oh, without a doubt. But I'd say that they are certainly the closest relations that you could come to. And the other one that was brought up, that Professor Laventon potentially is the ancestor of Leon and Hop.
Yes.
Because same skin colour, purple hat. Obviously also is a professor, and obviously that is what Hop decides that he wants to go on to do. So that actually all ties together there.
Alright, God told me I gotta fuck off. Well, who am I to tell God to put God on hold? Jesus Christ. Alright, where am I? I'm going here, let's go. Let's check in with the prof here. I have so many Pokemon now.
Yeah, Cleavor, that's what I've been researching.
Yeah, definitely wasn't looking for a Lopunny and ended up with a male one, that's for sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice chunk of change.
Very good, very good. Booyah, baby!
Yeah, so if you want to go back to Silene, you can get an extra star on your thing.
Think we might just do that, Flame. Thankfully, we're already here, so...
Yeah.
Doritos and Mountain Dew, that's all Cleavor wants.
This Cleavor is a gamer. Don't ask how he has video games in this time.
Well, we fell through a time war, who's to say a fucking DS couldn't?
True.
Although, to be fair, once that first battery charge runs out, he is fucked.
Well, I don't know, there's a lot of electric-type Pokemon around that could probably help.
Also, that's a good point, but also he can't hold a stylus.
Well, I mean, his hands sort of are stylish, like...
Like, trying to play WarioWare Touch, he then ends up scratching his screen and whatnot. Now that you've mentioned the whole Leon and Hop theory, I can see Hop in this guy's energy, his aura, if you will. Makes sense. Just throw food at him. I mean, we've all seen the way I throw Pokeballs. This shouldn't go badly at all. T-Time Ball! Sorry, I got a little bit hyped there. Let's go with T-Time Ball. I like that a lot.
I like that too. Although, they never call them tea time balls ever again. They're just called bombs.
Son of a bitch.
I know.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Dum-de-dum. Just wanted to do a little lap there.
Check if you got money for another slot or two, maybe.
Yes.
What goodie will I get with this rank up?
I think it's like another ball type and some extra levels on your Pokemon that you can get up to.
Yeah, Great Ball, baby!
Nice.
There you go, you can happily use that Lob Bunny.
If you so desire.
Thinking I might release it, honestly.
No, don't release that into the village, Christ.
I didn't mean into the village. Let's get a few things on here.
It's getting more and more expensive.
A few more levels should do. Don't need that much per se, because everything stacks, really.
Yeah, but it's just as you find more and more different types of things, and that will become more of an issue later in the game, because then you're collecting different crafting materials for all the different kinds of Pokeballs and different kinds of potions.
One more. Very cool. Now, was there anything we needed to drop off before we head out again?
Don't think there is anything we can drop off. The only thing I would say that we can do is when we return to the fields, if we go to the first camp rather than the Heights camp, and pick up the quest there that you should be able to resolve immediately. Although there is something that we will have to do before then, which is speak to Mai.
You were going to call her Molly, weren't you?
No, I was just like, I can't quite remember what it was. It was just like, I think I was going to call her like Myra. I was like, no, that's not quite right.
Not quite. Oh, are we just getting taken there?
Straight there. Typical.
I mean, I'm not complaining.